But out here, there are none. So everything just turns orange. You included if you stand outside, you know? It's like, oh. Move fast.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I want.
Hi you guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is not clickbait. It's not trying to pull you in for no reason. It is exactly what it says. We are moving. If you guys are wondering why so soon, because if you are new here, we've only been in our house. We bought our house 3 years ago. It's just been kind of a hectic ride since we've been here. We've actually been looking to relocate since maybe, I think the same year we closed on the house, the following spring, after we moved here. So about a year later. So if you've been with me a while, then you know that I have 2 boys, and I had my second son once we moved into this house. Our boys were constantly sick once we moved into this place. We found out they had dust allergies. I can tell you where we live now. We live in Lubbock. Lubbock, Texas is extremely dry and extremely dusty, you guys. We didn't know there was a dust allergy. And since we've been here, our kids have pretty much just been inside. But it has been a bumpy ride since we haven't been here. After we were here for not even a full year, we put the house back on the market. By the time you see this, if it is what it is, then we are already gone from this house. But basically we relisted the house the week we left to go to Bangkok, and it's been about 3 weeks and we got an offer on our house. We've had a lot of foot traffic in and out of the house. We've had people come back more than once in a day who are interested. Like, it's been a lot of traffic this last 3 weeks, and a few days ago we received an offer on our house. So we are under contract, I believe, technically. Right now, we've already signed up for everything. All we're waiting on now is inspectors and appraisers. So I'm gonna start packing up here really soon. That's why I'm starting this video this way, so you all know what's going on. I'm gonna just take it one room at a time and just pack. Get things off the walls, clean the rooms out completely, wash everything down, clean the windows, clean the baseboards and the window sills, and just kind of start condensing our stuff down, because it seems that God said this is it. It's time, it's happening. And so that's kind of what I'm doing. As I mentioned, it's been rough. For those of you who are new, it has been a rough few years for us. So I'm saying I'm going to just go ahead and start packing up my office first, because this is one of the rooms that is used less, I guess you could say. I'm the only one that comes in here for the most part, and I do videos and I sing, and I can still sing whether the room is packed up or not. And my videos have been kind of on the move more so lately. So I don't necessarily need a sit down space. So I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up in here. I think this time we are going to use movers. The last time we had help for maybe an hour once we got here. But to pack up the truck to get it here, I had to help my husband do that 7 months pregnant. And I was actually like 7.5, almost 8 months pregnant at the time. And I'm lifting couches and pool tables and everything else at 7 months pregnant. So you guys can probably imagine that was not the healthiest. And during that pregnancy, I was also incredibly sick. So it has been trials, to say the least, since we've been here. And we kept praying for it to happen, and it wasn't happening. And then this time it just started moving so fast. And so now we have to try to figure out what we're doing within like 3-4 weeks. We just went to Lowe's, got some boxes. I got some paint as well as some wood filler. We have a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in, but I wanted to kind of give you guys a little update, a little breakdown of what's going on. And it's not clickbait. Yes, we are moving, and it looks like we're going to be relocating to a different state. So prayers that things continue to go smoothly. I think that if, like we said before when we talked, if it's God's will, then it's gonna happen how it's gonna happen. And we just kind of gotta wait for it to play out how it's gonna play out, because he doesn't make mistakes and he knows what he's doing, which is something that I have come to learn, that there's an echo for me. When something is echoed back, if I am having a conversation with God and I hear something echoed back from somebody who wasn't a part of that conversation that I was sitting in with God, and they say that to me, that's the echo, which is kind of the confirmation that move. So he's saying, I think, move. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a move on. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know what's going on. Now I'm gonna start getting packing.
Usually I don't post. post, but I want the world to know. Time to pull a drop tops out. Summer nights, it's a vibe, yeah. We've been keeping it in the house. Netflix and chillin', I GDM'in', yeah. Didn't wanna share my love till I found someone I'm sure of. Young and untamed, I've been out of range, keeping it low. But I wanna be bold with it. Don't care who we told about it. Well, baby, got a hold on it. Don't let love unfold tonight. They'll be calling us gold. No lies, so fair with it. You can let them stare at it. Now I'm prepared for it. Instead of love out loud, since we ain't going nowhere. So tonight, baby, need me. Timing's right, so right.
Hey y'all, it's the next day. Sorry I look kind of rough. My hair ain't even fluffed or nothing. We were out at the different places all day. Anywho, I want to give y'all the current state of my office. So here it is. Sorry you hear that click clacking. It's the old, what you call it. So here's my office right now. Everything's over here, pretty much all packed up. And then there's some stuff over there. And then let me show y'all my closet here. Empty. I have emptied it out completely. I'm gonna go and wipe the shelves and stuff down, but it's done from the rooter to the tutor in there. So what I'm gonna do now, see, y'all can see it from this side too. I've already taken my desk apart because when we moved in here, I was trying to get my desk in here and we had to pull it apart, like pull it pretty much in half, split in order for it to get through the doorway. So that's why my desk is like popped up on top of stuff over there. So hold on, me sit myself down real quick. There it is. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is get started patching up little holes in the drywall from like the screws and the little tacks and stuff that I had in here. Another thing that I'm doing as I go along is decluttering. So if it's something that I don't need, I'm tossing it. So we're supposed to go back to Lowe's, but the business we were out handling this morning took so much longer. Like we left the house at like 8:35, 8:40-ish, and we didn't get back till 12:30. So I'm gonna finish up in here. I'm gonna go ahead and cover the holes and stuff like that. And then after I do that, the next spaces I'm gonna tackle is this front bathroom and the linen closet up here. And then the next space I'm gonna tackle is the entryway. So the entryway is probably going to be coupled with another space too, because I think all my entryway stuff can go into like one box. The only thing that won't fit is the table. So I'm just going to get one big box for my entryway. The inspector is coming in 2 days. So I don't know if you guys know, but the home buying, when you're selling your house, even then when you're buying, there's an inspector that comes through, and then there's also an appraiser. The appraiser comes through to see the market value of the house, and the inspector comes through to make sure that the property is still running smoothly, that there aren't any issues with like the roof or cracking in the foundation or anything like that. And the inspection takes like 3 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up spackling, and I'm gonna also dust. Lowe's has the best boxes. Hands down so far, Lowe's has the best boxes. We've tried the Walmart ones and we tried Home Depot. And once we tried those two places and now tried this Lowe's box, game changed. Game changed, because the boxes are so flimsy from the other two places. Like they fall apart. The Lowe's boxes are more sturdy than the U-Haul boxes, and they are sturdy. Like I'm not afraid it's gonna fall apart. I'm not afraid of it bending and warping. Like the boxes are sturdy. And I only picked up 5. So I'm going back for more. So I'm done rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and start patching some of these holes.
Usually I don't post, but I want the world to know. I'm a good catch, but I never let him catch me. No, I never let him claim me. Wild thing try to tame me, but you got my mood on sunshine. Let's take a trip, souls on big smiles.
Okay, so you guys see it is drying really quickly. That's those white spots all over the walls, over here, over there, and pretty much all the way around the room. So I pretty much got all of them done. So like even over here, I've already patched up little holes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and paint over them, because the moment it turns white, it's ready to paint because it's dry now. So I'm gonna start on this wall over here because that's the first one that I did, and just kind of work my way around the room, giving the rest of the walls time to dry. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey y'all, so I don't know how close or far away this is. I didn't flip the screen up, but I'm gonna show y'all my office because my office is clear for the most part. I have been putting some of the other stuff in here because my office is cleared out completely, so I'm turning around. So here is my office currently, all emptied out, patched up, and then I already got some of the stuff out of the linen closet. Not too much, but some of it is out of there. I think I'm going to try to get some of those big Ziploc baggies to vacuum seal some of this stuff like this, and then box the rest. And then entryway is empty, and all the stuff from the entryway are in these boxes. So that's done. So that top box is actually some of our dishes that we don't use on a consistent basis, which I want to start using because I bought them. But that's in that box. And then this is all the decor from in here. And then this is some of the stuff. So this is the decor from in the entryway. And then this is some of the other stuff from the closet. And then you have my table here, which I'm going to wrap. And then that little box down there is just some stuff that I'm going to probably give to like my sister that my mom gave me that I don't want to donate or get rid of. Okay, so I want to catch y'all up real quick on what's going on. So we had the inspector come out yesterday. Yesterday was Thursday. The inspector came. He walked through the property, walked through our house. Excuse me, I said the property like I'm a realtor or something. He walked through our house. You get the inspection results back usually the same day. So I don't know if you guys, I was telling you I was going to go through the whole process with y'all so y'all know what's going on. The inspector is sent by the buyer to just look over the house, see if there's anything that needs to be remediated or fixed or changed before they take possession or before we close on the house. He looked through, he found some stuff. We had our realtor and a contractor. We went over with our realtor first, talked about everything we're going to get done. We had a contractor come out this morning to look at everything, got us a quote on what it'll be to fix those things, and then he'll be out next week. And we've already reached out to a realtor where we are looking to go to start that process on that end as well. Right now I am starting to I'm in full swing packing up the house. There are some things, like for instance, I don't want to take stuff that I know is just going to sit somewhere and collect dust. So there are some things that my family members wanted, one of them being my desk and my office chair. And I told her she could have it once we moved. So what I think I'm gonna do is for our storage unit, I'm gonna go down there, we're gonna go through it and figure out all the stuff that we wanna keep and all the things we want to let go of, as well as get some stuff from the house, because that washer and dryer set in my garage is supposed to go to my mother. And then we're going to move the stuff from the storage that we're going to keep into the garage, so that when the movers come, because we are hiring movers this time to move all of our stuff for us. And so I'll get those things and bring them back, and then we'll put them in the garage, the spot where my husband's car is normally parked. And as I pack up the house, I'll move more stuff to the garage, so that when the movers come, all they have to do when they come into the house, all they're getting is the big stuff, you know, the sectional, wrapping the TVs, making sure they're safe, the beds, that sort of thing. Because what I think we're gonna do is actually send all of our beds. We have 3 air mattresses for when we have guests. I mean, we'll just keep some blankets and clothes and things like that. I think we are gonna hire cleaners to come through and do another sweep of the house cleaning wise. Like, I've been keeping up best I can, but anytime I have to bend for too long or I'm scrubbing for too long, my back tries to lock. So I have a hard time doing things like all the way through. I have to do it like every day, do a little bit. Go ahead and get back to packing. I'll bring y'all along probably tomorrow. I'm gonna get the bathroom stuff up here done first, so I will see y'all then. Trying to let it adjust. But hey y'all, so I wanted to give y'all one of the other reasons why we're like, this is not home for us any longer. I told you guys we have like dust and all kind of craziness. So we have what's known as haboobs. Haboobs, haboobs, however you want to call it, just really bad dust storms. It's not dark outside yet. It's not supposed to be dark at least. Let me show y'all what it looks like outside. Hold on. Is that right there, Bubba? Y'all see the sky, how it's like windy. It's incredibly dusty. Like I said, it's not dark. It's not supposed to be dark at least, but you see how everything is looking. It's so bad my sign on my door has flipped. It says welcome. I'm gonna show y'all again from the back. Oh man, well, let me finish his hair.
Oh,
but
I'll open the door for you.
Oh no, baby, it's okay. As I mentioned to y'all, my babies deal with dust allergies and all kind of stuff. So what ends up happening is we have to put this box. See, there's a box in front of the fireplace because the dust comes down the fireplace into the house. And I just realized my allergies are kicking up and my head felt like it was a balloon inflating. So I'm gonna show you guys out here. Oop, door almost took me out, y'all. Y'all see how it looks? It's incredibly dusty and windy. This is why the haboobs are so bad, because of how bad the wind gets and how much dust it kicks up.
Get out there.
Hold on, baby. Go ahead, hurry up. Now come on back in so the dust don't mess your face up. So that's why I mentioned we spend a lot of time inside. This happens way more than it should. When we left to go to Thailand, when we came back, like all around the window sills, my head's already hurting. I'm about to go take a Zyrtec. All around the window sills, about the doors, the floorboards, everything, like the under the door was dusty. So the haboobs get extremely bad to the point sometimes there's no visibility at all. Like I'm gonna try to find the clip from when we were driving to this little guy's birthday party for my son. It was one of his classmates. Yes, baby. Y'all look at the dust. You can barely see the road in front of you.
Yeah.
This is where we live. Goodness, where is the street? Oh my goodness, baby, just pause.
See the headlights, and here's the light. Here's the lights in front of us.
That's nuts. And we were going to his birthday party, and the dust and wind was kicking up. And on the way home, it got so bad we could not see. And all of the traffic, anybody that was on the road, they just pulled over and turned their hazards on, and you could not see hazards. Like our light was just shining on the dust, but you couldn't see through the dust. It gets really bad out here. So, yeah. Good morning, y'all. I had to pop on here this morning because something, I feel like every time this happens, it's kind of a moment of me being in awe. So, we're moving. As you all know, because I mentioned it at the beginning of this vlog, Munchkin's in here too, because my office is quite empty now. But we're moving, and I have been unsure of if that is the thing we should do. Buying the house, I mean, because up until this point we were thinking of relocating outside somewhere else, but just renting, because I feel like a lot of things that are happening right now are just making things so uncertain. And I always talk about, in those times, if I'm just still, if I just ask God for an answer, if I ask God for understanding, it's always so quick. And a lot of the times the answer that God gives me is echoed, right? That's usually my confirmation, is when things that God have said to me, when I am in prayer, when I am having just quiet time, just talking to God about what I feel like is happening in my world, in my brain, it gets echoed back to me. Last night I was sitting on the couch talking with my husband. You're fine, you just bumped it. It's okay. I was sitting on the couch and I was talking to my husband about the things that I was concerned about and being worried and being scared, and are we sure this is what we're supposed to do? See, the thing about my husband is, even if I'm not 100% sure, I still follow when my husband leads. And the thing about my husband is, he don't miss. Listen, when I tell you, he says if he believes something is the best decision, I go with it. He has not been ever just wrong. Like, even in this situation, we've had a rough go of it, but it was a good experience for us, for our kids, on home buying, all the things. So I'm talking to him last night on the couch, and he's just kind of talking to me and talking me through things and reassuring me that it's going to be all right. Because as y'all know, we don't have a lot of help. So every time we move, it's just us. And I was looking up moving things, moving companies and stuff like that. Y'all, it's expensive to ship your stuff, to have your stuff moved. And normally when it's meant for it to happen, it just kind of seamlessly flows, right? Like when we got this house, we had been looking and looking and looking and looking and looking back where we were. It didn't work out. We found a place here online. I'm like, the layout seems perfect, right? So we go to the builder. The builder doesn't work with realtors at the time. They do now, but they didn't at the time. And we walk into this house. And as soon as we walked in, my husband was like, yeah. It was the colors, it was the layout we're talking about, it was everything. So I'm like, we found our house, and we moved within a month of finding the house. Like, it was like boom, boom, boom. And I was, like I said, we don't have help, so I was helping him load and unload things. I'm 7.5 months pregnant at the time. It's crazy. So I'm sitting on the couch with him last night talking to him, and he's just reassuring me that everything's going to be okay. And it had crossed my mind to buy, but I was just like, with the way things are right now, a lot of stuff is uncertain. I don't know if that's the best option. He's still behind me, y'all. See him over there. So this morning, I typically get up and I start my day with a little quiet, with a little almost praise and worship. But I think that in my ministry, but the thing that I typically resonate more with is music. So I always have music going. I don't pick up my phone, I don't pick up any technology, and I sit there and I either read a devotional or I do a crossword puzzle, because the crossword puzzles just kind of, in a way, clear my brain a bit. And I can sit there and I can focus on the things that are happening, but it quiets my mind enough to where I go, it's gonna be okay. And you know, I give thanks to God every morning anyways, because we woke up. That's a blessing in itself. I'm up today. I'm awake today. I'm alive today. So this morning, as I'm doing my devotional, I sit up, I have my crossword puzzle out. I get through the entire first crossword puzzle. I'm having a hard time getting into the groove of what my mornings normally look like when it comes to my devotional and my quiet time. Why was the second puzzle buying a house? The echo be crazy, y'all. I tell Kader every time I'm unsure of something and I pray about it, I get my answer so fast. Because 9 times out of 10, God give me that answer within 24 hours. It don't even be 24 hours sometimes. It be hours, minutes, seconds. I'll run across something that echoes what I was just being told, what I just heard. So I think sometimes in these moments, I'm still very much so in awe that it's just, it's echoed, it's echoed, it's echoed. And that's in those moments where I tell God, I hear you. I hear you. I understand. I'm there. I hear you. So today it was echoed again this morning. My house. So that's what we're doing. We already found a realtor. We'll be talking more with them today. We've already gone through the pre-approval process. We'll be flying to that area soon to look. But this morning it was once again confirmed by God that the move that we are making is the move that we should make. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Let me go finish packing. Hey y'all, so I'm just checking in as to where I am. I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like, because my kitchen is kind of chaotic, but not really, because I'm just going through and like everything that I get out that's going, I put it in a box, and then the stuff that's gonna stay out until we leave is staying somewhere, but it's all kind of tucked up. So here's what everything looks like. Okay, so excuse me, these 2 boxes down here on the floor are the ones I've already packed. So those are dishes.
and those are dishes. So what's happening is my sister, I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff. I noticed there's a bunch of stuff that I have that I don't actually need. And then I have dishes in the storage down there too. And I didn't even touch them for like the last 6 months or so. So probably getting rid of those. And my older sister said that she needs some adult stuff because she don't have matching sets. And all I have are matching sets. So what I'm doing is going through stuff, and stuff I don't want, I'm putting it in boxes, or stuff I don't need, I'm putting it in boxes. And if my sister wants it, she can have it. If not, I'll donate it. But that little box there is for her because there's like a set of like glass dishes in there. Then this is our stuff. It's traveling. Okay. See, my cabinets are like open. So I'm getting this up here cleared out. Under here, there's only like a couple pots because that's the stuff we cook with. Empty, that usually has like pans and stuff in it. Still have some of my husband's grilling, oh excuse me, grilling stuff in here because he still wants to like grill and stuff before we go. And close that back. And then down here is also pretty much empty. It's just the crock pot and the knives because I've cleared that out already. And then right up here, it's just about empty. I have a couple glasses and then some stuff up there we're probably gonna throw out. And then I'm already going through this. This one's about full, so I'm gonna close it, but it's most of the stuff from up here. And then over here, I left a couple things that we might use. So there's my air fryer, but it's the only thing in there. And then over here, it's just the kettle and the toaster. So progress is being made in the kitchen. I might have to go back to Lowe's and get some more of these big boxes because I have this stuff to do. I need to clean that out. But this stuff to do over here. But I went and got some stuff for us to eat on, some lunch. My husband, he's going to be in meetings most of the day. And Amari is eating his french fries because he just likes french fries. So I'm going to sit down. Hold on, to flip you guys back towards me. Okay, I don't know what button I was pushing, but it was not trying to focus on me. I'm going to go ahead and sit down and eat something and then get back to packing. We have to talk to a few people today as well. And so I need to get as much done as I can. I think I'm going to try to get some of those Ziploc bags. Or maybe some really big trash bags. Because, you know, all the pillows on our section will come off completely. And I don't want them to get all dirty and dusty. So I might have to get some of those industrial trash bags and try to use them. We'll see. But for now, I'm going to sit here and have some lunch. And I'll pop back in a little bit later on. Good morning, guys. So today is like, I think the 23rd, maybe? 23rd of April. I don't know where I left off at, so I'm gonna show y'all where we are, where we landed after last night. And then we'll fill y'all in on what's going on right now. So here's where I ended. All those are the boxes from yesterday. They are now full. I ran out of boxes, so we have to go back to get some more because I prefer these over the ones we used. I did store some of the ones we used, but they're not as good as these. So I'm definitely wanting to go back to get some more of these from Lowe's today. Okay, let's go sit in the room for just a minute and I'll chat with you guys and update you on what's happening right now. In particular, so I got the camera all over the place, don't I? I think that's about right. I don't know why I feel like this thing is like leaning over to one side or the other. Anywho, so updates on what's going on. So the guy came back with a quote. Who came look at the house. I don't know if I told you guys what was going on. He gave us a quote. It was like 900 bucks. Like it was actually $800. When he came, that was materials, that was labor, all the things. It was like 800 bucks, right? And it was not just for like the roof and to get the roof done. It was also to replace the vent cover on the roof that was damaged from the hailstorm, put some tack, some nails into like 3 different spots, add some caulk, I think, to like a spot up there as well. So it was like 800 bucks, like not 800, like not like 800, it was 800. So we told him to, you know, send the quote over to our realtor because she came with us. She recommended the guy because he's done some work for her family, to send over the quote. And once we get the quote or whatever, we can get the ball rolling and coming over to fix it. So we get the quote from him finally. It doubled, which is interesting. Well, actually it more than doubled because it went from 800 to 1900. And I'm like, okay, all right. So we decided to get some more quotes from other people. So we have someone up there right now, and then someone's coming out at 2:30 as well to look, because what do you mean? And they were like, well, maybe he's got the estimation on the materials. And I'm like, well, the labor was only $550. So the materials like jumped by over $1,000. And so we are like, let's just get second opinion. So we're getting some additional quotes from some other places today, which is what the realtor was recommending to begin with. She just came by as well, and then she's gonna come back later on this afternoon with the other guy, I think at 2 or 2:30, to also go up there and look and see what's going on. Now I'm understanding to get multiple quotes thing. Anywho, we're gonna pop out later to go to Lowe's, because as you see, my office is also full of boxes. So that's where we are this morning. We have been in contact with the new realtor, the new location, and we'll be going out there next week to walk some properties. It's a lot of stuff that goes into buying a house, which we've gone through it once, so we're kind of prepared for what's to come. And the last time it was just as fast as this time when we bought this place. And so when we went to see the realtor, because we had an actual realtor we were working with, we told him about the house and everything after we went through about 2 or 3 houses with him. And he looked at us and he said, I'm not gonna make any money off of this. Go back and get that house. If you don't go get it, someone else is going to get that house today. And I was like, he was right, because when we called to tell them we wanted the house and we were going to bring the earnest money to hold the house, there was someone in the lobby waiting to talk to them about this house. So this house has been good to us. I'm not mad at this house. This is a really nice house. It's a beautiful house. The location just ain't that great. Well, actually for this town, it's actually a great location because we're within 5 minutes of pretty much everything. But the location for our family as a whole, as in all the dust, there are no trees here. They didn't plant trees in this community, so there aren't any trees, and it's extremely dusty, so everything just turns orange, you included if you stand outside, you know. So I will check back in with you guys once I get back from probably Lowe's and I get to packing. Hi guys. Okay, so we are in the car and we are headed to Lowe's, me and Mari. So I'm like trying to adjust the camera because right now I'm using my old tripod to hold my camera up. So let me update you guys on what the guy just came and said. He was actually an adjuster, and so basically here, like I said before, the storms get really crazy. The winds are really bad, the hail can get bad, and you're in the middle of nowhere. There aren't any trees or anything like that. So he came and he looked and was like, that's crazy. Like he said, he understands it because he lives here, of course. And basically, this is one of those things that I was talking about with you guys, that if you don't know, when it comes to buying a house, that can become kind of costly. So basically, we have insurance. We have homeowners insurance. We have all kinds of insurance on our home because we just wanted to make sure we were covered every which way we could be covered. Well, because of that, though our insurance would cover this, the issue is our deductible is more money than what it would cost for us to just pay for the fixes. And we would have to pay the deductible for them to cover the repairs. And the deductible is 5 times the amount of what the repairs cost. Home ownership. And so it's looking like that's probably what's gonna happen. We're just gonna get it out of pocket and call it a day and move on. I just don't want to get caught in the same situation that I was in the last time with us moving. The last time it was just me and my husband pretty much doing everything when it comes to the house. Packing it up, we had to drive it ourselves. Like this time I was intending on, sorry the thing's bouncing so much because we're in the car and hitting this road's kind of bumpy over here. But we were intending on paying for movers, and every quote we got, I kid you not, was over 10 grand. One even hit 16 grand. So it's like, it's looking like, and I wasn't trying to make the drive by ourselves because that drive is like 17 hours. And that's why I wanted it to be both of us in one car with the kids, as opposed to how it's been when we moved, which is me in the car by myself with the kid. At the time it was just Kai and trying to drive, but also make sure he has everything that he needs in the back seat. It could get really, really hectic, because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have both boys and our pup in the car with me, because we tried it before. Giz wanted to try to ride. He kept walking up to my husband, who was in the truck, and so we tried to let him ride in the truck with my husband, and it did not go. The noise was too much in the truck for him, and so he could not stand the noise from the truck. Right now I'm trying to get to Lowe's really quickly and get back, because Mari is going to probably have to take a nap as soon as we get home. But it would end up being me with both boys and the dog in the car with me for 17 hours, and him in that big old truck by himself pulling our other car for 17 hours by himself. And that's just one way there. But I wanted to have all of our stuff shipped so we can just make that drive together. We're gonna get a tiny hitch for the back of my car and get a small U-Haul. So I wanted to ship everything, and then the tiny U-Haul would just carry the last little bits of stuff that we have in the house that we would probably need going into the new place, seeing as to how there's nothing in the new place, you know what I mean? And if it takes it a little longer for all of our stuff to get there, then it'll just be a situation where we'll have some of the stuff with us. Like I was planning on getting rid of like shipping everything. I was thinking we were gonna drive halfway, then stop, and then drive the other half of the way. The thing is, I don't like driving with like U-Hauls and stuff and parking them overnight, because I've seen people have their U-Hauls stolen, but I just don't feel comfortable sometimes driving an entire truck. So for me, I'm just concerned about driving a truck with everything, and I'm not certain of the areas where we're going to be stopping, you know what I mean? So, and you're probably like, that's why don't you call somebody to help you guys? Like I said before, we don't have help, you know what I mean? Like family, like really at all. The only person that I know on my side that probably would come, well, I got about 2 people. I have one cousin and my mom. My mom will come. And of course my mom is older. I don't want my mom to keep doing stuff like this. My mom can hurt herself, and she does hurt herself, and the way that she raised us is the way that she still thinks, which is I'm gonna keep going. Injured, aching, tired, sore, I'm gonna keep going. Like literally the other day my mom was working in the yard, messed around, and she bent down to do something, and when she stood up, her face got caught on the gate to one of her fences, and it ripped her face open. You know what she did? She went in the house and put some band-aids on and said she was fine. And I'm like, lady, go to the hospital. She refused to go to the hospital, and at some point later on in the evening we finally convinced her to go, and she needed stitches and a tetanus shot. But we had to do some serious convincing to get her to just go, and she just kept going with whatever it was she was doing. She said she didn't think much of it. She said it just felt like, you know, you get a scratch or something, oh, it's just a little problem, I'll be all right. So she just got up and kept moving like nothing happened. Whole face is open, and I mean it was open, you guys. It was so bad, it was like hanging, and she's like, oh, it's fine. And then she put gauze on it and tried to keep going, and I'm like, Mom, please go to the hospital. Well, I don't want it, Mom, please go to the hospital. And so 5-6 hours later I called her back. She had put some gauze on it, and it was bleeding through the gauze. I'm like, Mom, please go to the hospital. She was like, it's fine, I don't think it's still. I said, Mama, it's still bleeding, I can see the blood through the thing. And she ended up going, and they had to numb the crap out of her face, which they had to do it multiple times, and she got a bunch of stitches from about here all the way down. So yes, I don't want my mom to keep doing this type of stuff. You are a grandmother, lady, go sit down. But she won't, and I know she won't. That's how she raised us, so I understand her. This is who she is, and we love her. So we're gonna go on into Lowe's, and then I'll check back in after we get out. Okay guys, we are out of Lowe's. Oh, it is hot. I know there's a car behind me, but I'm going forward because no one's in front of me. Anywho, So I will see y'all in a little bit once I get back to packing up the house. Hey y'all. All right, so it is 8:30. I'm gonna probably call it a night here pretty soon, but I want to show you everything that we got done, or everything that I got done. My husband helped me get stuff off the wall because it was up kind of high and I didn't want to hurt myself going up down the step ladder stuff. So let's go through what we got done so far. So you guys saw my office. It's empty. So I'm gonna turn this around. So I'm in my front, like the front hallway that goes into the bathroom. Go sit, baby. So we got this bathroom pretty much completely cleared out. I guess pretty much completely cleared here. Got a couple little things down there. I'm gonna have to wipe it out. I've been wiping everything out as I go. Emptied out besides a couple things. Toilet paper, curtains down. They're being washed. A couple little items on the counter, but that's pretty much it. Sorry, I don't know if it's blurred or not, but everything is clear because it may have been a little blurry just then. Drawers emptied, and then the cabinet underneath also emptied out. Okay, so this is my front bathroom. And then stepping over here, these are the boxes that I have filled. So they're mostly full. This one's for the front bathroom. I gotta put the shower curtain and the rugs in there. Then all of these up here, that whole back row, because you can see it's like stacked in the back. So we got all these done. Got a couple of seasonings and things that we might need while we're still here. Down here is just my knives and my slow cooker. Drawer emptied. Emptied in there. And then I started down here, but there's some stuff my husband needs to go through. And then this side emptied, just except for those mugs down there. And I have the two that are missing in the dishwasher. I'm gonna dry them and pack them down probably tonight. I left a couple things we might need that I wasn't sure where to pack it at, as well as the stuff up there. So I'll get to that later. That one's emptied down there. This one's also emptied. This one has just the air fryer, the toaster, and the kettle in case we need it. And then this drawer is also empty, so I have to get these two drawers done. And then all the art, all the pictures and stuff are off the walls everywhere in here, as you can see, as well as in here and up there. And then I went ahead and got started in my laundry room as well. So we got the runner. I got all my wall art down all around the room. And the little thing that was right there to hold the ironing board is also gone. And I'm already going through, as you can see, pulling stuff out of these spaces up here. And the only reason why that stuff isn't packed is because we're gonna still need that while we're here. Probably gonna need movers to come get the washer and dryer out though. Watch out, Bubba. Okay, so we got a lot done. I got all my vases and stuff packed down besides that one on my table over there. As you can see, I've gone through almost all the bubble wrap. Watch out, baby. Here is the little bit that's left of the bubble wrap. And then, God, watch out, sweet pea. Go sit down. The little bit that's left of the foam wrap. So I'm probably gonna do a little bit more tonight. Try to get the rest of the uppers, especially all the way around the kitchen, just about completely cleared, and just move it all to like one consolidated area. That way I can just wipe everything down. Because what I'm doing is, as I clear it out, I clean it out. Wipe it down, disinfect it, get it kind of cleaned up so we're not worrying about that later on. But I got pretty much everything in the kitchen taken care of, besides like the food in the pantry and stuff like that. So that's what we're waiting on. And then I think I'm also going to take some of these and go ahead and pack all the rest of this stuff down. I'll leave out some of like the bowls and stuff and the kids' spoons and things, and just pack everything else down because we also still use paper plates and stuff, paper cups, all the things. We have a lot of them, so we'll be able to use those instead, but everything else is clear. So the kitchen is mostly done, which is what I was trying to do, because the kitchen is usually like the hardest section of stuff to get done to me. it took me so long last time. That's why I went ahead and started in here first. But like even over here, hold on, I'll show you guys. I put the boxes here, but like down here, this drawer had just bags in it. I've been using the bags, excuse me, this drawer had bags. I've been just using the bags. And then this one's empty, which it was full. It's where I store all the manuals to the devices and stuff that we have of our appliances stuff. I put it in here. And then that last drawer is just tools, which I'm gonna put away probably today or tomorrow as well. The only one I'm gonna leave out is probably our drill, because there's still some stuff hanging on the walls in the kids' rooms as well as our room. And I think my husband took his pictures off the wall in his office. So yeah, that's how I bit done. Like I said, I'm trying to go room for room and just get it as clear out as I can before it takes up too much time. Because the last time I waited and we were 2 weeks out and I was just rushing trying to put stuff in boxes and it wasn't as organized as I wanted it to be. And so I'm trying to make sure that I'm organizing better this time so that once we get to where we're going, it's easy for me to like unpack, put stuff where it needs to be stored, that kind of thing. So this is where we are for now. Probably pick back up tomorrow or the next day. I don't want to make this vlog too long, but I will check back in with you guys then.
Hey y'all, so I'm closing out this video right here because I realized the vlog was way too long and I need to split it in two. So I'm going to close out one video and I'm going to open another video because those are way too long. I'm not giving y'all no 3-hour vlogs. That's not what I'm doing. I don't want y'all to be sitting here that long. So I'm going to close out today's video. So thank y'all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please come back for part 2 of this video as well as us on our house hunting journey. Yay. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye guys.